And the 12th round of India-China military-level talks are scheduled today as India hopes to push for further disengagement in the remaining areas of contention in Ladakh. For more on this, we are also joined by our two special guests this morning. We are joined by Major General S.P. Sinha, who is a defence analyst, and Major General K.K. Sinha as well. Going across to Major General S.P. Sinha first, how important do you think this particular 11th round or 12th round of talk will be between the two sides? Remember, we already have 11 round of talks that have happened, and now we are expecting that the remaining areas of contentions in Ladakh will be spoken about.
You see, there are two areas of contention: Hot Spring Gogra and Despang and Demchok area. Now, Hot Spring, Gogra are not really very serious friction points because the strength of the troops deployed on both sides are not so huge. So, patrolling point 15, 17, and 17A, I think the matter is likely to resolve in today's talks. But what is most important from geostrategic point of view is that China considers Despang, Daulat Beg Oldi sector very critical to China's design. China wants to link up. Why it considers that it's very important? Because Despang area dominates or poses threat to G219 highway, which is in China. And this highway connects Tibet to Xinjiang. So China feels that if Despang goes or it comes under control of India, then G219 is threatened, and the smooth passage of China from Xinjiang to Tibet will be threatened. There will be a threat to Aksai Chin also. That is the worry of China. So China wants to exactly link up Aksai Chin with Saksham Valley by capturing Despang area. That is the design of China. Geostrategically, it is very important for us because Daulat Beg Oldi ALG, Advanced Landing Ground, is very, very critical to us if we have to ensure that China is not able to link up with Saksham Valley. Because if China links up with Saksham Valley, Siachen goes. If Siachen goes, the Ladakh will be under tremendous threat. Ladakh is gone. So in no way we can allow China to continue to hold, continue to stop our patrolling point from visiting patrolling point 10, 11, 12, all these patrolling points. These points we were patrolling earlier. So China's claim of stopping our patrols from going to this area is not tenable. So I personally feel that this friction point is likely to take time in getting resolved. So this geostrategically we have to understand. You see, you have to understand the importance of Despang. Despang, the patrolling points are 10, 11, 11, 8, 12, and 13. And PLA is camping near Bottleneck area, or it is also commonly known as Y Junction, which is in Despang. This area, Despang area, India rightly claims that it is 18 kilometers inside our own LSE. So therefore, there's no question of China trying to stop our patrols. China is trying to claim 972 square kilometers in the region because China feels that China's present government is very strong. And if India tries to secure or take over Aksai Chin, China's access to Tibet is gone. Tibet is threatened. So that is the worry of China. So all these geostrategic issues you have to understand what are the concerns of China. But our concern is our area. It is 18 kilometers inside LSE. So there's no question. You cannot bulldoze your way. You cannot stop our PP patrolling points, patrols from going to PP 10, 11, 11, 8, 12, and 13. So this Despang area is located at altitude of 16,000 feet. It is very, very critical to us. And PLA has deployed about 12,000 troops. It has deployed 4th Motorized Infantry Division and 6th Mechanized Infantry Div. So this is a huge number. So it is very obvious that we cannot trust China and China's sinister design to link up with Saksham Valley. We have to stop it by force militarily. We should try it diplomatically. If it doesn't work out, military level commanders talks. If it doesn't work out, then militarily we have to ensure that our strategic interests are totally protected.
Right. All right. We are also joined by my colleague Shivani Sharma, who has been closely tracking these developments. Before that, we'll go across to our guest, Major General K.K. Sinha. Major General K.K. Sinha, the only significant outcome of the military level talks that happened before this has been the disengagement of the frontline troops and weaponry at the Pangong Tso sector in mid-February. Meanwhile, the army chief himself has stated in his words that one should not expect every talk to have some amount of outcome as far as the disengagement process is concerned. Do you think that the focus now will remain on resolving the problems around Hot Springs, Gogra and Depsang? But at the same time, this is a long and tedious process and we might expect several such other round of talks as well.
No, you are right to a certain extent. You must understand that this talk is taking place after 4 months. You know, the last talk was there on 11th round talk in the month of April, and thereafter it was more or less, there was a status quo standard both the sides. See why it is important and why it was, we were successful in the month of February when we have gone in the Pangong Tso area. That's why, because we have got in the Kalas range, and the Kalas range we were on a dominating position, much better position. Somehow we gave up on that idea and we wanted to secure the toward the northern side of Pangong Tso. Southern side we were very strong, threatening Barlo. I do not know if it was a wisdom. Everyone was giving a caution that we should not have done it, withdrawing from Kalas range, because that was a big trading point. We believed it because they said that once we do it in Pangong Tso area, we will certainly do it into the Depsang and also the Hot Spring and Gogra. They backtracked, and what happened about 5-6 days back when our foreign exchange minister and Wang Yi they met at 2 places, both at Disanway and followed by Taska. And this is taking place. I have got a lot of doubts because I don't think anything is going to happen on this talk. It might take some time. It is very good to talk about that. Hot Spring and Gogra will settle down, in spite of the fact that the PP-14. We had a major clash. What is India's advantage? India got an opportunity to go to Depsang plain, what we are talking about, basically the DBO line, and threatening the Karakoram Pass in a big way. It is the first time we have got more than 2 battle groups over there. I will not try to give it to the number, and that is what actually they are worried about it. If they did it, this is misadventure. So about 5-6 days back, the Xi Jinping was in Ninchi area, trying to open some sector toward the east side, trying to threaten, basically your Arunachal area. They want to have a pressure out because they think that, they can't pull these troops out. India has to what to do it, not matching, number of people put into the Depsang plain, but we have done it more than 18,000. Now, ball is in the court of China. That's why this time in Naldo, in Chushul area, when the 12th round talk is going on, it is very easy to talk about the strategic, advantage and depth. China can't do this. China will not able to do anything into the Depsang. It is people who do not understand things.
Right.
They talk that they will cut the Siachen Glacier. They can't. Even the complete South, their complete army comes, they will not able to do it. Because the point is that, we have to do something, what we did in the Kalas range. And I can assure you, it may not in this area,
yes.
It may not in the Dam Chowk area, but there's certainly thing, otherwise China will never listen, you take it from me.
Absolutely. All right, also going across to Shivani now. Shivani, the situation along the LAC sector and specifically in Ladakh still remains tense. Both the armies have about 50,000 to 60,000 troops each in the Ladakh area, and the deployments haven't really thinned after the disengagement at the Pangong Tso sector as well. And these talks, these 12th round of talks that are happening after 4 months of time, what are the expectations like and what can we expect from them?
Richard, today, minutes from now at the Moldo border point that is along the Chinese side, along the LAC. The talks would be starting, the co-commander level talks between India and China. And these talks definitely are happening after 80 days. But certainly today is a big day, and some major breakthrough is expected from today's talk, because apart from these commander level talks, the local commanders are in communication. Let me tell you that they are talking and they are communicating continuously. And if I talk about the strategy of the Indian government, not only militarily but diplomatically, India has become quite stronger. It is at par, and it has succeeded in building a lot of international pressure also on China in the particular issue. We know that militarily also India is quite sound. Since last year, when the Kailash ranges were taken over by Indian side, India has definitely succeeded in pursuing China for disengagement along the Pangong. So, and today's talks are also quite crucial, Richa, and a breakthrough is being expected for the disengagement from further points of tension like Depsang and also Hot Spring.
Right. All right, thank you so much, Shivani, and thanking both our guests, that is Major General S.P. Sinha and Major General K.K. Sinha, for joining us here on the broadcast. We'll be closely tracking all the developments as far as these 12th round of talks are concerned.